In this episode, I would like to address a question or topic from a seeker who is practicing Brahmacharya, which is also known as semen retention in modern times. Please note, this excerpt is taken from the book written by PRANA Man, narrated by Rethus. Book link given is in the description. Today, we explore the profound benefits of Brahmacharya. Let me share what happens when you practice this sacred path. Those who practice Brahmacharya keep their thoughts pure. They do not let pollution enter their minds. These individuals develop remarkable qualities. They gain the ability to endure hardships with grace. Competence and courage become natural to them. Boldness flows through their actions. Zest for life awakens within them. Faith grows stronger each day. Good manners come naturally. Their reason becomes stable and reliable. Strength of mind develops powerfully. Interest in their work becomes unshakable. Something magical happens to their speech. Power flows from their lips when they speak. Their words carry both sweetness and strength. This is not ordinary speaking ability. It is something much deeper. Concentration becomes easy for them. Long tasks do not overwhelm them. Arduous work becomes manageable. They handle challenges successfully. These attributes lift them to the top. They ensure ultimate well-being. This is genuine happiness. This is what every person should aspire to achieve. It forms the base of real peace. It elevates a person to divine status. Others look upon them with reverence. That is why wisdom says purity is the source. It brings both peace and prosperity. The ancient scriptures offer guidance on this matter. They say, discharge of semen is death. Conservation of semen is life. Put in your best effort to maintain celibacy. This is not just philosophy. This is practical wisdom. Those who study scriptures tell us something important. Even Lord Shiva says success depends on celibacy. Success in all respects comes from this practice. What is there that cannot be attained? Why should any person not practice semen retention? The Bhagavad Gita makes a profound declaration. Sex lust produces anger within us. Anger causes confusion in the intellect. Think about this deeply. All violent turmoil in society has a root cause. Revolutionary disorders of today stem from one thing. They come from lack of continence among people. But there is more to understand. Several other benefits await those who practice. Let me share them with you now. First, let us talk about bodily benefits. Semen retention helps maintain health powerfully. One who practices Brahmacharya gains immunity. Several kinds of diseases cannot touch them. Bodily strength increases naturally. Stamina for work grows day by day. Zeal rises within them. The result is beautiful. Optimism fills their being. Cheerfulness becomes their nature. Endurance strengthens continuously. Courage manifests in their actions. But most people do not know this significance. Their stamina suffers because of ignorance. Overindulgence makes them easy prey for diseases. Instead of meeting God, they meet doctors repeatedly. They undermine their own strength. Old age comes early to them. Enervation takes hold of their body. To compensate for lost vitality, they try different things. They resort to vitamins and fast foods. Some turn to alcohol. Others eat non-vegetarian foods. But these are not the answer. Next, consider the mental benefits closely. Semen retention brings determination to your thoughts. Willpower develops naturally within you. Concentration increases dramatically. That is why gaining this knowledge is necessary. Understanding this profound truth changes everything. Where concentration exists, success becomes easy. Where resoluteness is present, obstacles vanish. Where willpower is strong, hurdles disappear. Man crosses both gross and subtle barriers. Success manifests in his life. Happiness, enthusiasm, and progress follow naturally. Now let us explore spiritual benefits. Semen retention is the very first step. Spiritual progress begins here and nowhere else. Without it, realization is impossible. Self-realization cannot happen without this foundation. God realization remains a distant dream. Why is this so? When a person is attached to their body, problems arise. The mind becomes fickle and restless. Reason cannot understand what the body truly is. Control over debasing tendencies becomes impossible. Therefore, understanding is crucial. Bliss in present life is the highest achievement. Full possession of righteous happiness matters greatly. Deity status in the future is desirable. If a person understood these truths deeply, they would surely practice Brahmacharya. The advantages already mentioned help spiritual development. Stability in habits helps concentration tremendously. Stability in outlook does the same. Dirty thoughts do not arise in the mind. Progress on the path of virtue becomes natural. Excitement does not trouble the practitioner. Tolerance develops beautifully within them. Freedom from diseases arrives naturally. Old age delays its arrival. Physical weakness disappears completely. Efficiency in spiritual efforts increases remarkably. Divine service to others becomes possible. Good wishes from everyone flow toward the practitioner. Self-control brings additional rewards. Mental restraint develops naturally. Other vows become easy to fulfill. By then, other vices have been conquered. This is the power of Brahmacharya. The most important achievements deserve attention now. Storing strength happens automatically. Zeal increases day after day. Mental power develops significantly. Stability of reason flows from this practice. Nothing is impossible for such a person. Death does not frighten them anymore. Difficulties do not daunt their spirit. On the contrary, courage rises within them. They face all difficulties courageously. The path of truth becomes clear. Faith in God becomes unshakable. Stability in yoga becomes their reality. Thus, Brahmacharya is needed by all people, but it is needed most on the spiritual path. No one without this qualification has achieved greatness. Tolerance requires this foundation. Culture needs this base. Inalienable faith grows from this practice. Adherence to principles becomes natural. Calmness of mind develops steadily. Coolness of mind arrives naturally. Courage manifests in all actions. Concentration becomes easy and deep. Conquest of sleep becomes possible. Laziness disappears from their life. In the absence of these qualities, problems arise. The question of being linked in yoga with God does not arise. Without these foundations, spiritual progress is impossible. This is the truth that must be understood. Let us now examine intellectual benefits. Brahmacharya or semen retention is another name for discriminating faculty. Intellectual capabilities grow remarkably, but something more important happens. The intellect itself becomes righteous. Not only does the reasoning faculty awaken, it also becomes positive and true. This is an undeniably brilliant achievement. Through this, a person avoids evil traps. They do not get caught in whirlpools of darkness. They become truly great in every sense. Understanding arrives about what contentment means. Goodwill becomes clear to them. Truth reveals itself naturally. Finally, consider the moral benefits carefully. Semen retention is undoubtedly the foundation of morals. By this means, one's outlook becomes purified. Thoughts become clean and noble. Habits transform completely. One gets over other temptations easily. Allurements lose their power completely. The heights of rectitude become reachable. Abundant strength fills their being. Fearlessness becomes their nature. Honesty flows through their actions. Straightness defines their character. Fitness to uphold truth becomes their identity. This is the complete picture of semen retention benefits. This is what awaits those who practice sincerely. The path is clear and the rewards are immense. Physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual, and moral transformation occurs. All aspects of life improve dramatically. When you conserve your vital energy, life changes. When you practice Brahmacharya with dedication, greatness follows. This is not just ancient wisdom. This is practical truth for modern times. This is the path to genuine peace and lasting prosperity. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.